this replaying? Why is this replaying? That's weird. You walking back and forth like this. All right. That should have been edited. My God. Okay. I can't stand listening to myself sometimes. It's the for me. Oh God, shut up. Della and Della show. Oh my God, this looks stupid.
Yeah. It's your boy, Della. Y'all now tuned in to the Get Right or Get Left podcast. Hey, y'all already know who it is. It's Della and Dell. So, it's good to see you, Della. How you doing?
I'm amazing.
You're amazing.
I'm amazing, fantastic-rific.
Ooh. Just throw all the words in there together.
Yeah.
I like it. So, how was your Easter? It was a good Easter.
It was a great Easter. Every day is a great day in the Dellaville over here.
Not Dellaville.
That's where I live, Every day I gotta live with myself, so I gotta love it here, Why not?
And a lot of people don't love themselves. So it's good that you love it there.
I love it here. It's like, ice cream and marshmallows and pillows and mountaintops and the good breeze and my Maserati outside, so I'm living my best life. I got a G-Wagon as well, so
all that. I like it. Hey, I love to hear it, man. I really love to hear it. Hey, y'all, so we're gonna go right into it. So today's topic is, do you speak first or do you wait till the next person speak first? Let's talk about it. So, I always do ladies first. So when you see somebody that let's say it's somebody that you haven't seen a year or two, whatever. It don't matter how long it's been, but let's just say it's a year or two. Y'all haven't spoke anything, but when you see them, you like, I know y'all both know y'all know each other. Because when you see somebody that y'all get this certain look like, I know you, Yeah. So just throwing this out there before you even speak. I personally hate when people do that. Especially if you not necessarily had a history with somebody, but y'all had some type of bond, not the person that you know from somewhere, because you're not really obligated to speak to just anybody that you came encounter with.
Right.
But it'll be the people that, like, we used to kind of be cool, but not necessarily we fell out. But life happens. You just go about. You got your life. I got my life. We just haven't seen each other. So when you see that person, do you expect them to say something to you, or are you that person that's gonna speak first?
So that definitely depends on how that situation ended.
Okay, so the situation didn't end no type of way. Like it's just a regular. Yeah.
So I am a very outgoing person, so I probably would speak first. I'm a quiet person, but I'm also a very, like, I'm not gonna say I'm loud, but at the right times I am very outgoing. So it depends on who the person is, for sure. I have seen people that I have known before, and I would glance at them, and if I see them and maybe if I'm not looking how I want to look, or if I'm just not in the mood to talk, I'll be like, okay, we're gonna go down this alley. Maybe in the grocery store, I ain't gonna lie to you. because I don't be popping out too much. But yeah, it depends on who the person is. I would say something if I feel that I should say something, especially if that person is a great person. But and if it's worth talking, like what I'm saying. Like there are a lot of instances where if I'm out, and I run into somebody and hey, if it's nice, if I feel it's nice to see you, then I'm gonna reach out and I'm gonna say something. But if I feel like, okay, well, I can go without speaking to this person, I'm fine with that too.
Yeah,
legit. So.
Okay, yeah, okay, I feel that. Me, I'm that person. I ain't gonna cap. Sometimes it does depend on the person.
Yes.
For the most part, I speak. Mm-hmm. For the most part, I speak. But if it's one of those people that never, I don't want to say respected me, but never seen my value as a human being, I'm not finna approach you and speak to you, like, because naturally I'm gonna feel like you never really respected me on a human level, so I'm not going to just really come at you unless I'm feeling good that day. And unless I just be like, hey, how you doing? You good?
Yeah.
Just to show you I'm really a bigger person than you, because you automatically tried to belittle me. Mm. So naturally you ain't gonna speak because you see me down here.
Right.
But now I've grown up. Yeah. Now you're not a mature. I done elevated. You know what I'm saying? So you really don't know me, but I can still see, cause I'm an empath, and I can kind of see through people. And sometimes you can see somebody, and you be like, yeah, you still the same person that you was back then. So it's just like,
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Like, just within the fields, like there were instances where same thing, like I would see somebody out and if I noticed them first, and maybe that person did notice me first, it's probably still waiting to see, like, oh, well, maybe let me see if this person speaks, let me see if she speaks. But I'm definitely that person, like, depending on who it is, like if we weren't that close, I would still like to speak to you, but I'm gonna check your vibes before speaking to you, because I believe in protecting my energy for sure. But also what I've noticed was I check the vibes, because I've noticed, especially females in particular, I've checked the vibes and I've actually caught people like rolling their eyes, legit, like, because they were jealous. And I feel that I have no, this is so serious, like I feel that I have no enemies, because I'm just that person. Like, I'm cool with everybody.
I feel the same way.
I'm cool with everybody, baby. You do you, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna live my best life, and I want you to be great. I want you to live your best life. And so it's funny when I see certain women, I mean, this is in church, this is in stores, this is anywhere that I go, like even for women that I don't know, like it's like, whoa, I be like, yeah, I peeped it, like, and it be the side eye, like I catch them at a side eye, and it just be like, and I be like, dang, I mean, I know I'm amazing, and listen, this is what it is, and I don't work in cockiness, I work in confidence. So the thing is this, I just so happen to not know how great I am sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So other people see that, and it be like, they be giving me the, dang, man, like, ugh,
that's her.
Dang.
She really liked it.
Yeah. I'm like that. But no, seriously, like, so yeah, I have to just check the vibes first, because I never know. Like, actually, I remember a time actually where it was actually bad energy, right? But I love to stir energy. Like, so I be clapping a lot because it confuses the devil. So when I see stuff, I be like clapping, like, yeah. So when I see certain stuff like that, I be like, thank you, Holy Ghost, for like showing me and revealing me that person. But what's crazy is when we actually come in contact with each other, that transfer is different. Like what I felt over there that you was about to give me, I just shifted all of that. When you come to me, you came to me correct.
Mm-hmm.
You finna come with, you know, a smile, and I'm finna turn your frown upside down. I'm finna turn your whole mood into a whole nother mood. And it's like, I always want a person to walk away with a sense of gratitude, or with a sense of feeling higher within themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to be high off me.
Yeah.
You don't need to be high off me. I want you to feel high off yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I had an instance where, you know, the chick was just like, I felt the vibe. It was a negative energy, and it could have been from a situation. It was a situation. Ooh. Okay, listen. It was, I remember now. Look, so legit, I used to think that I was the stuff. I'm not gonna lie. And there was a time where I felt like I could pull anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt that way because that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. Like, that's what it was given. You know, like, I'm with the same topic. Like, I'm also that chick who, in relationship wise, whatever I want, I'm finna go get it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was that person where if I seen somebody that I liked, I would walk up to them too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That.
Like, and I was just that chick. So I would do it for me, but I was also doing it for friends. So this chick that I was friends with at the time, we stopped talking. I never knew for years why. And one day she told me, and I used to always get these side looks, but one day she finally told me, like, well, you know, you really are a really cool person and down to earth. Like, you came off as like blase this, blase that, but when I really got to know you and I started hanging out with you, like, you really cool. Like, you're this, you're that, you know what I'm saying? And she was just like, the reason why I stopped talking to you though was because, remember that one time we were in the mall and you were just like, oh, I'm finna get this dude's number. I'm finna get this dude's number, just watch me. Yeah, by the way, I liked him, number one, but you always feel like you can just do X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, whole time though, I mean, years went by, you know what I'm saying? Years went by and we stopped talking because of this instance, but I've always felt that energy, but I've always addressed her with my Dellaville's energy, you know what I'm saying? I gave her what I was giving her the whole time, but I would always see her have this kind of, you know,
she envied you at the end of the day. Let's just
so,
throw it out there. She envied
so
you.
I'm just like, dang, you know, you know. But even today, I would see her and I would still be like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
I'm just that person. I don't know. Like,
yeah.
I live a life with no gray hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, why stress? Like, I'm so blessed. Like, what? I'm alive. As long as I'm on this side of the earth, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel that. Yeah. Hey, that's very interesting. I know, especially when it comes to females. I be hearing so much how females just be hating on each other. They envy each other. They like to talk mad stuff about each other for no reason. Bring them down for no reason. Like, it's crazy. Because guys, we don't really do that for the most part. Like, we don't bring that type of energy.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a lot of fake guys too. So we want really truly know that. Like, guys can really be envious of you, and you will never know it because they'll never show it.
Yeah.
But it just takes too much energy to do that. I feel like if I gotta sit there and think or reconsider if I want to talk to you, sometimes that makes me reflect on the type of person that you are, and it just make me reflect back on the type of person that I am. It's just like, all I give out is love.
Yeah.
All I give out is peace and good energy. So if you see me and you don't want to speak to me, me, like, what I do to you?
Mario.
What I do to you? Like, it just, I don't understand it. Like, I really don't. But you know, it's not meant for me to understand, because I feel like for me to understand things. And this finna hit real deep. For me to understand some of the things that people do, I feel like I'm dumbing myself down, or I'm lowering my intellect to understand theirs. So it's not meant for me to understand. It's just really not. And I hate, one of my biggest things is people to insult my intelligence. Don't speak to me. So don't talk to me like I'm incapable of knowing reality. You know, like I do not like that. Like if I'm speaking to somebody and if I say something and you look at me like, what you talking about? You be like, what you mean what I'm talking about? I'm making perfect sense. Yeah. Like I'm making perfect sense. I can't break it down simpler enough. But some people like, man, I don't know what you talking about, or don't do that. Like don't do that, y'all. Like for real. Like just accept it. Like if I know what I'm talking about, you be like, okay, yeah, okay, it makes sense. But a lot of people want to live their life and not make sense. It's a little off topic, but a couple days ago, so I was right before Easter, I was watching one of the Jesus movies, and Judas, he sold Jesus over for like 30 pieces of silver, and then right after that, he heard the 3 crows, and he started getting worried. He went and hung himself. So I'm like, that made no sense. Made no sense at all. You did that just to go kill yourself. So what I got out of that is that people didn't have sense at the beginning of time. So which tells me that it's a blessing to have common sense. You know how we always say, common sense ain't common no more. It was never common. So you got sense. Be thankful and blessed that you have some sense, because everybody don't have common sense. They really don't, and it's sad. It's really sad. But yeah, it's a little off topic. But I just had to get into y'all. It was kind of profound. I didn't want y'all to miss that. Yeah. And so so how common, I would ask you, how common is it when you see somebody that you know, or even better, let's say somebody that you work with, or somebody that you see often, and it's like, it's not a game, but it's like a, let's see who gonna speak this time. You might speak first all the time, but it's this particular time. You like, I ain't gonna speak to, I want to see if you gonna speak to me first. And then you go about that time and they don't speak. You be like,
yeah,
you really ain't gonna speak?
Yeah.
I low-key feel some type of way. I ain't gonna cap to you. I low-key feel some type of way, because you're like, not always speak to you. So just common courtesy. You can't speak to me? Yeah. I bet. That's my mindset. I bet. Like, say less. Or I hate this as well. When you do speak to somebody, they act like they ain't hear you. Nigga, you heard me. Don't act like you didn't hear me speak. Like, come on, especially if we speak on a daily basis, or every time we come around we speak. So if I pass you 9 times out of 10, you already know I'm gonna speak. So if I do speak, you act like you didn't hear me.
If that person is acting like they didn't hear you, it's because they got hidden ill will towards you. Like it's something on their end that they felt bothered by, or they was bothered by something that you said or did, and so now they didn't man up to tell you what it was. So instead, they're gonna be like, which is stupid.
That's whole energy.
That's
whole energy. Like, come on, like, be a man. Like,
this is what people do.
That's why I confront people right then and there.
Yeah.
But you know, like I was saying earlier, why you in your feelings?
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm confronting you about your shit.
Mm-hmm.
People cannot take accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Women really can't take accountability for most things, but when men can't take accountability for things,
everybody has an ego. Everybody has an ego, and I feel like it's okay to use your ego, but know when to use it. Know when to use it.
Yeah. Yeah. But I feel like you should never let your ego get the best of you.
Yeah. No.
Because when you do that, you expose yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Never expose yourself. Never expose yourself. Be true to yourself, be true to others. But don't expose yourself. And I shouldn't have to elaborate on expose. There's so many different ways how you can expose your true self, and it don't be good.
Yeah.
Expose the goodness. Don't expose, like you said, the ill will. Like, if you got that ill will about somebody, just confront them and just tell them, like, hey man, I ain't really like, so we can clear that up. Because once you get a certain age and you move like that, man, that's immature.
Yeah.
That's immature, because that means you walk away from a situation without communicating with that person about how you really feel, but continue on with life like it's like ain't nothing happened, knowing that you still gonna have to deal with that person in the future. So initially you running away from the issue without it being resolved. Like, that's, come on, man.
You literally fell down, cut your knee, it's open, and it's still open for the rest of your life until you close it. Legit. Till you heal from it.
Real. That's real.
People are real live walking around with open wounds, and then get in relationships or friendships or meet people, and now they're bleeding on other people.
Mm-hmm.
They're bleeding on other people because you can't close up your own wound. You're not allowing it to heal.
Yep.
And a lot of that healing, just like what he was saying, is you could close that gap, you can close that wound if you just talk about it. Clear the air, get whatever you need off your chest, do what you need to do instead of ignoring it. Because ignoring it, I mean, you just making your life worse.
You just hurting yourself. You just hurting yourself.
The other person living their best life, trust me.
Yeah.
Or just not thinking about you at all. So, yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah. Simple as that.
That was a smooth little topic.
Yeah.
That's one of those topics where just like, I've always wanted to talk about it, but just never really talked about.
All right, I'm finna flip it though.
Okay.
So we talked about, just somebody that you didn't had, like, we was talking more so on friendship. Now, how do you feel in relationship wise? Is, people like to say the gender roles, right? So how do you feel about addressing a woman? Do you prefer to address a woman, or do you prefer the woman to address you when it comes to like wanting maybe a relationship, or you desire that person, or so on and so forth?
I feel like it's equal, if anything. I try not to put no gender on it or anything like that. Yeah, I most definitely feel like it goes both ways. Yeah. For sure. What about you?
I feel like it does. It definitely does. But I feel like the people of today, society, they feel, I'm going to speak mainly for a woman, of course, because I'm a woman. Mm-hmm. It's real hard because it's the pool that we have nowadays, and that's on both ends. I can't sit here and just say the pool of men are horrible, because I'm a woman too, and I can sit here and say the pool of women, we're not all horrible, but the pool on both sides is real slim. And nowadays this topic is kind of irrelevant because people sliding in DMs, ain't nobody walking up to nobody no more saying X, Y, and Z, and you rarely even get the dudes that be on the corner like a shawty, because they sliding in DMs too, instead of it being like nothing is person to person anymore. And I think that's what takes everything away. It takes everybody authenticity away. It takes everybody identity away because of social media.
Oh yeah.
Seriously. Like, everybody's hiding behind the camera. They real bold or they extra shy. You know, it don't help. It don't help. But if we were, you know, back in the day, or, you know, even today, if, you know, if that ever happens, and if I encounter somebody, I can speak for myself, if I see a person that I like, or, you know, first things first is I'm looking at that character, and if their character is showing me like signs where it's just like, okay, yeah, let's collab, or let me just talk to this person, see where it goes, I'm definitely gonna hop on in the pool. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely that person if I feel like they're worthy of a conversation, because what I've learned in my 28 years of living is not everybody is for you. And when I'm saying like for you, I mean like as far as relationship wise. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that person that you feel that you're attracted to, God actually want that person to be in your life to be a sister towards, a brother towards, a mentor. You know what I'm saying? That person, you probably drawn on to somebody's pain. You think you drawn on to the looks that person had, but God has other plans for y'all relationship. But if you allow lust, then y'all, you know, you come up, y'all maybe have sex, and now you didn't ruin something that was pure that God had ordained for y'all, and you didn't make lust come into the situation, and now it's all misconstrued. Now y'all both got wounds and y'all pouring out on other people, versus it really, once you know yourself, then you can kind of sit back. Like, I've had to sit back, shoot, this year, you know what I'm saying, like, and look like, dang, God gave me a certain situation to where it was like, I don't date exes. Whew. I don't go backwards. The reason why I don't go backwards is because I feel that the same reason why we broke up before, those red flags, those disastrous things, or even those small things, will be the same reason why we'll break up again. It's going to come up again if that person hasn't elevated to understand what took place.
But the thing is, even if they elevated, you didn't probably elevate it.
You said that I didn't, or that I did?
That you did.
Yeah,
so
more.
Yeah, you elevated more. So even though that person elevated, sometimes it's just not enough.
No, it's not.
Because I didn't outgrew the person that you fell in love with. So now you trying to make yourself better for him. From him back then. I'm a different breed now. So now it's just like you really gotta work twice as hard. Yeah. So like I most definitely feel that going back is it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Now
I feel like this though. So if you do go back, or if somebody is desiring to go back with you, it's because what I was told was, if you don't learn from something, you always go back.
Yeah.
So obviously that person is coming back because, number one, they realized that you didn't tap them into something that they've never had before, and that they probably will never get again, but they were foolish at the time not to understand. So now that they done went out, they're gonna come back like, man, you taught me this, you did X, Y, and Z, and shoot, I kind of want that again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Still not knowing how to treat it, but they want it again. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I'm saying it takes that special knowledge and understanding, and to be vibrationally matched with yourself, because you got to know who's your friend, who's your lover, who's your mentor, who's your brother. You got to know all this type of stuff. You got to know how you flowing with that person, because you're really gonna mess it up. Like you can mess up $1 billion contract, and you trying to make this person your husband, you trying to make this person your wife, when God is saying like, this your business partner. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And I will say, because I am a firm believer in, I don't want to say spinning the block, you know, but I'm
a spin it.
I'm a hopeless romantic.
Yes.
So if you can truly see a change in somebody, and nobody is perfect, so it hurt me in the past to give people the benefit of the doubt and give people second chances, but I feel like at a certain age, at a certain time in life, I can see myself giving a person that chance again, but you really have to be worth it. But for me to, before I give that chance, I have to know within myself that, hey, it ain't too much out here. Maybe I might want to see what it's looking like. I might want to see what it's looking like. But if you give me a little bit of that you,
I disagree. Because I feel like this. If you're going to give somebody a second chance, you going into this as a fool. So as the fool you are, know that person is going to do whatever they did before again.
So what if y'all ended off on good terms though?
So why did y'all end though? That's the thing.
It might have been wrong timing. It might have been distance.
Okay.
Like the distance is what. The distance was the barrier for y'all to really become one. Because I can't do long distance relationship. So one of my past relationships, the distance was one of the main things because it was miscommunication. Mm-hmm. I wasn't able to comfort her like I really wanted to. I wasn't able to love on her like I really wanted to. So she had the mind. So I ain't gonna say she was just ill in the head, but whatever her thoughts going in her head, she believing it. Mm-hmm. She believing it. So when she coming to me, now she coming with this aggression. She's like, hold on, I'm not the enemy. Yeah. You know, so I feel like, but if we was closer, we would probably been able to work things out a little bit better. Granted, you know, everything happens for a reason, you know, and things happen in seasons, you know. But I can say within certain relationships, some things happen, and I feel like it really can be bad timing. Like,
I disagree again. I understand what you're saying because I did feel that way. Mm-hmm. But what had changed my mind was this thought. You know, me and God is long distance. We still make
that. Now you can't compare God to that.
You have to, because we are all created in His image, and we have to, even though we live in society and we are flesh, to be as one. I feel that we got to be spiritually, and we got to be spiritually matched. And if you know yourself well enough, like I know your lifestyle, I know what you do, I'm trusting in you, we gonna make it work. Distance don't got nothing to do with nothing. We gonna make it work, period, point blank. There are people in Saudi Arabia, and I ain't gonna go that far. There are people here in America where their spouses, now listen, they probably cheating, I ain't got nothing to do with that, but there are people that are married and their spouses are, you know, in the army or whatever. All they can do is just trust that.
But they already married though.
Oh, okay.
When we talking about building into that first.
If you building into that, okay. Let's go back for a second. So the reason why
before we go back, we gonna take a slight intermission, y'all.